Hey all, this is Yogesh. In this video, we'll be talking about how to set up or create a work order or a job on a service request. So let's say we have received this service request, or we can call it ticket. We have all the specifics. Maybe we have also provided a quotation. Suppose that quotation has been approved. There are multiple ways it can work. So let's say we need to add a work order manually. You simply go to this place. You may see there's an option to add a work order. Alrighty, so we have all the details. Now there are a couple of things that might be missing and we may need to add. So for example, customer may not have provided the functional location. We can add the functional location. So maybe this is building B, floor 1. And we can pull all the assets. So we can see that this flow doesn't have any asset. Let's try something else. So it seems like this account doesn't have any asset as such. Alright, so what may happen is that once you pull the functional location or put the details, you would be able to see what all assets are deployed on this functional location. You may choose the asset, and based on that you can plan what next level of action you need to take. So for example, let's say this asset might be an elevator. Okay, we can see that this elevator is broken. Suppose we can define the category. So this category works in such a way that you can set up all these categories in your settings section. You can define custom template for each category. So for example, general maintenance might have a different kind of job form or job template compared to repair and installation. So let's say this might be a repair job. You select this, you put in all other details that might be required. If there's any sort of attachment you need to do, you may do that. Now this is an important part, like you may select the billing type. So it might be a turnkey project or turnkey work order. It might be for a specific job only, so maybe sort of one-off, or otherwise it might be non-billable also. So you may select whatever category it belongs to, and then you can move to what all service items you need to add. So for example, this is a fresh work order. On that service request you may add whatever items are required. Okay, and based on that you can move forward. If there's any item missing in your price list, you may add from here. So you can put in custom details. You may set up the pricing and quantity, apply any discount if required, put in applicable taxes. Now the next step is directly adding or assigning a technician or maybe a subcontractor from here. So we have 3 categories available. So very first being in-house employees that you may have. So if you wish to assign to an employee that is part of your organization, you may select an employee. You can select whichever employee you want to assign it to. Let's say you have a vendor who is using FieldCircle. Even if they are not using FieldCircle, still you can assign, but excuse me, they would be able to perform the job using the app if they are already on FieldCircle. So you may select the vendor that you want to assign it to. So maybe this is the vendor you want to assign. If you need to add any approver or reviewer, you may add that also. Okay. In a lot of cases, it might be a team. So for example, it might be a combination of a vendor team, a subcontractor, and an in-house employee, or otherwise it could be just a team comprising of your in-house employee. So in such case, you may select the team that you want to assign to. You may select which team it would be. You may select the manager. Okay. And of course, if you wish to add any specific site for this purpose, you may do that. Like earlier, if you wish to add any reviewer or approver, you may do that. This is not required as such, but that depends on your workflow. Once you are through with this process, you can put in any other specific notes. Okay. And once everything is done, you may simply create this work order, and as soon as you do that, it would be assigned to either your employee, vendor, or the team that you have scheduled for this job or work order. I hope I have covered everything, how to create a work order and how to assign the team in that work order from a service request. I hope you find this video helpful.